or the crazy thing. The crazy thing is that there are people out here waiting for you to give up. You hear me? There are people out here secretly waiting for you to give up. The reason why they're not supporting is because they want to see if you don't get that support, if you will fail, if you will quit, if you will stop doing what God has called you to do, if you will stop living out your purpose. Do not give them that power to win. Do not. I say, you've got to work towards everything that you want out of life. Things are not going to come to you easily. You have to put the effort to get the results that you need. And sometimes it takes trials. It takes, trying things, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. And in the midst of doing all of that, keep going. Don't delete, don't erase, just leave everything out. Just because things are not working the way you want it to work at this very moment does not mean it's not going to. The reason why God put you in this purpose and in this calling is to help souls. So whether you are a YouTuber, a content creator, whatever role you play in life, I say do your best. Do what you can do. Put out that content. Let it stick. Let it stay, because even if it's just that one person watching it, it's helping that one person. I think we focus so much on wanting to be successful, wanting to be at the end goal, that we forget that growth takes time. And some of us are lucky. When God says it's your time, he's gonna just make it happen. But then there's some of us where he has to prepare us for that moment when he really gives us that success. He wants to make sure we're level-headed. He wants to make sure we're humble. He wants to make sure that nothing shakes us or distracts us from that success. Because as you grow, the temptation gets higher. It gets lonelier in the top. So are you prepared for that? Are you ready for that? I think it's always important to just enjoy the moment where you're at and love what you're doing and live out that purpose and that calling. There's something great about the growth, the process, I should say. There's something amazing about the process, and we don't focus so much on the process and the part where we're growing. And it takes little steps. We have to also appreciate the little wins. We have to appreciate the little steps that we're taking, because it's something. It still is something, you know what I mean? And it takes a lot to be that person that wants to live out your calling. I think you're doing an amazing job if you don't give up. I think if you choose to wake up every day and say, I'm going to still live out this calling regardless of people not seeing it, people not liking it. I think it takes a lot for you to still want to live out your purpose through Christ, no matter what. Because at the end of the day, you have to make sure that your heart is right and your mind is in the right place. Why are you doing what you're doing? Are you doing it because you want the success alone? There's nothing that God does not put in your presence or give you to do that does not amount to not being successful. You're going to be successful regardless of what it is. Even if you're not successful, you'll be known for something great. If that's part of your calling, to be known for that certain thing, you will be known, and he's gonna make sure you're known, okay? So you got to make sure you're prepared, you're ready. So enjoy the process, enjoy the journey of where you're going in life, because when you get to the stardom, or when you get to success, it's a different ball game. So you have to make sure that you're mentally, physically, emotionally prepared. And one thing that I love about God is like he gives you those teaching moments. Like he's there to prepare you for that chapter in your life, so you don't go to that next chapter looking like a darn fool. Okay. You don't go to the next chapter embarrassing him. Okay, because at the end of the day, you are a brand for God. Like you're God's ambassador. Like you are like, yeah, there to represent him well and do it well. Okay, so he's not going to give you something you're not prepared for. He's not going to give you something that he feels that you're not ready for. So that is why you have to like constantly be into your craft and working towards your craft, whatever that is, your craft, your purpose, your gift, your talent, all of that combined in one, you know what I mean? And just enjoy the process of where life is taking you, and be thankful and be grateful that you have that willpower, that willingness to wake up and still do what you're called to do every single day, no matter how big or no matter how small it is. You've got to be your number one fan. You have to realize that God is like so rooting for you, and he wants you to keep spreading the gospel either way, and keep doing it with a smile on your face. Let them see that at the end of the day, it's not about them. Okay, it's about God. And the fact that they're even watching shows that you're planting some kind of seed in them, and they still admire. Because a person that doesn't admire you is not gonna watch you unless they're a hater. And then that hater is actually secretly admiring you, because why are you watching somebody you don't care about? But anyway, it is what it is. I just want to inspire people who are new followers in Christ, who have a calling upon their life, who are taking that step to live out their lifelong calling through Christ, and they might feel like they're just not where they want to be. Keep going. I think you'll be fine if you don't stop. Just keep going, because if you stop, you will regret it, and you'll question yourself in the long run.